started. Yeah, good evening students everyone and welcome to this session. And actually we are providing 3 days of free demo today, tomorrow and day after tomorrow in the same timings 4:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. So what is this demo class is about? Do you have this question? So what is this demo class is about? Why demo class? Why madam is starting directly the syllabus? So first of all, you have to know whether you choose a right optional or not. Why? Is it optional important for UPSC? Yes. For what? Okay, for scoring. So do you know examination pattern of UPSC, everyone? So in how many stages UPSC will conduct exam? 3 stages. So first one will be your prelims. Second one will be mains. And next one is personality test or interview. Okay, so prelims, how many papers you have in your prelims? 2 papers, right? So first one is GS, second one is CSAT. So it is just choose the correct answer type of questions will be there. That means only you have objective. There is no need of writing anything or anything anywhere in your paper. Just you will be bubbling and you will be giving your paper and you will be coming out. But the game changer of UPSC is your mains. So mains is descriptive. That means you have to write your answers. So how many papers are there in your mains? Just for information. 9. What are there? So first paper is your paper 1 is essay and paper 2 is GS1 and paper 3 is GS2 and paper 4 is your GS3 and paper 5 is GS4 and you have 2 optionals. Optional paper 1 is there and paper 2 is there. So I am telling all these things, I will be letting you know within 3 to 5 minutes. So if you wait, and I will be letting you why I am talking about these papers. Okay, so tell me about the subjects of your GS. 1, you have history, geography, society. And what about your GS paper 2? Polity, governance, IR, social justice. And paper 3 subjects, economy, environment and ecology, science and technology, disaster management, internal security. GS paper 4 is ethics, integrity and aptitude. Okay, I will be coming back with this slide later. Okay, so tell me why you want to choose your optional as anthropology. So what is the criteria that you need to take into consideration before selecting any optional? So tell me, I will be making the list here and I will let you know whether anthropology is having that characteristics or not. Okay, tell me. So what is the criteria of selecting any optional? Okay, it should be scoring. Okay, next. Okay, static. Okay, good teacher and good mentor. Next. Okay, resources should be available in market. Next. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Next. Okay, limited syllabus. Next. Any more things that you want to add in this list? Interest, scoring, static, good teacher, resources, interest, limited syllabus. Next. Anything? I will add one more question. Repeated questions. Repeated questions. So questions should be repeated. Okay, next. Any more things? Okay. Overlapping with GS? Yes or no? So whatever the things you are studying in your GS should be there in your optional so that your work will be reduced to make the notes or to revise the things. Next, any more things? Why ethics? Okay. Okay, let us go back to the last slide. So anthropology, what is the meaning of anthropology? Can anyone tell me? Study of human societies, human behavior. That means, can I say it is a scientific study? For example, can I say a doctor as an anthropologist? Because he will be studying about humans, human diseases, and he will be giving medicines to humans. Can I say any economist as an anthropologist? Because he will be studying about the behavior of humans, like when the consumption of humans is increasing, when the consumption of humans is decreasing, how this inflation is having impact on humans. Yes. So anything which is related to humans, you will be studying under this anthropology. That means I'm not saying that everything is anthropology, but your syllabus is very limited. Okay. And one more thing that you have to see is anthropology new? Is anthropology new to you? Have you heard about religion? Have you heard about society? Have you heard about diseases in humans? Have you heard about DNA, cells, cell division? Yes. Have you heard about caste system, Varna system? Have you heard about tribals in the society? So these are the part of anthropology syllabus, right? Is it a new subject? So actually the anthropology word is new, but what are the content you will be studying in anthropology is not at all new. Only this name is new to you, but what are the content that we are going to study is way back, that already you know about that. Okay, and one more question I want to address is, many students, they may have this query that is anthropology is only for biology background students. So do anyone have that question? Do anyone have that question? So is this only okay for biology students, or any math students or art students can take this optional? Do you have any doubt in this? So actually anthropology can be taken by even non-biology background students. So why? Because every year the toppers of this UPSC are from maximum engineering backgrounds. That too, they scored good in this anthropology. That means even non-biological students also can opt for this anthropology. Anthropology is for everyone. Just only 3 to 4 chapters you will be having this biology part, and remaining entire your anthropology is socio-cultural anthropology. So around 70% of your anthropology is about your society. Okay, so that if you're from even non-biology background, don't have this fear. And we will be discussing from the basic in this course. Okay, and one more thing here is highest marks. So do you know what is the highest score in this anthropology till now? For 500, 362. Okay, so in 2018, Lakshmi N, she got All India rank 45 with 362 marks in anthropology. So here I want to give you one tip. So if you are going to the previous questions clearly, thoroughly, with enough practice, it is very easy to score 280 marks. 280 marks are very easy to score in this anthropology if you focus on previous questions. But if you want to cross this mark of 280 to 350, it is based on your hard work, like how you are integrating case studies, current affairs, and reports which is given by tribal ministry. Okay, so here I can say clearly it is entirely static based syllabus. Only you have to collect data of Zaza reports and as well as Ministry of Tribal Affairs report for your paper 2. That's it. Entire paper 1 is completely static. That means if you make notes after completing each and every chapter, then your work is done. Okay, I will also give you details regarding how you have to make notes for each and every topic, that too in a very concise manner. Okay, now let us go back to our syllabus. So as I said, you will be having overlap with GS. So which of the subjects you will be reading is society part. And in history, we have ancient history, medieval history, modern history, right? So in ancient history, it will be starts with prehistoric period. So how many of you know about this prehistoric period? Like Stone Age, Paleolithic period, Mesolithic, Neolithic, Chalcolithic, Iron Age. So that thing will be repeated here. So there is history part here. And this one is society part. You will be studying about caste system, Varna system. Everything will be seen here. And next one here is in polity, you might have heard about this PESA Act. PESA Act in which schedule? Schedule 5th or 6th? 6th. So here again in your anthropology, you will be reading your schedule 5 and schedule 6 that you had already done in your polity part. And in the governance part, what you'll see? Acts, policies and schemes of government, right? So the same thing, but you will be seeing about tribal related acts. So can you tell me any tribal related acts from governance? Forest Rights Act, Forest Conservation Act. So the same thing again you will be reading here. And next one here is any schemes. Do you know about this PVTGs, particularly vulnerable tribal groups? Is there any scheme which is in use in the recent past? PM Janman. So again, you will be reading about the schemes of government. And here in economy, you will be studying about different developmental projects under infrastructure. Yes. So in mostly in the tribal areas, if you are coming up with any development projects, what happens? It will be creating problem for these people who are living in these forest regions, right? So here you will be seeing about different developmental projects and what are the problems created in this tribal people and what are the steps taken by the government. So what government steps will be taken? If there is any development projects, rehabilitation. Okay, is that rehabilitation is reaching to every tribal person who are in need? No. So all those things that you will be reading. Okay, and next one here is, that's it. So in these areas, there is overlap with your GS. You will be studying history part, you will be studying society part, and here we have science and technology, right? In science and technology, you will be having this biology. Especially in this biotechnology part, you will be reading about genes, DNA, right? Cutting of DNA, and we will be having gene therapy. So everything that you will be studying in this biology part of your anthropology. Now tell me, is it new? Are you studying or reading something new apart from your GS? No, right? So I will be showing you the syllabus now, and let us see exactly what is there in your syllabus. Okay. So I also gave you handouts, right? So please open your handouts. So before that, let us see even the pattern of your exam. So mains, as I said, you will be having entirely descriptive. So how much time you will be having in your mains? 3 hours of time, right? Okay, let us see what are the difference between your GS and optional in your mains. Okay, in GS, how many questions you will be having? Okay, 20 questions. So can you tell me how many marker questions you will see in your GS? 10 markers and 15 markers. So overall, there will be 20 questions and you have to answer all these 20 questions. So here there will be no choice. There will be no choice for your GS. But for your optionals, you will be having 10 marker questions, 15 marker questions and 20 marker questions. And you will be getting 8 questions. Each 8 questions. Out of this, you have to answer 5 questions, and each question carries 50 marks. Total, it is for 250 marks. That means you will be having choice to choose which answer you need to answer, which question you need to answer. That means 8 questions. Out of this, you have to answer only 5 questions, and each question carries 50 marks. And in this, they will be not giving you a single question for 50 marks. So you'll be having 3 questions, 3 sub questions in each and every question. Okay. So let me give you an overview of your syllabus. So anthropology you have paper 1 and paper 2. So how many chapters are there in your paper 1? We have 12 chapters. In paper 2 you have 9 chapters. Okay, so first of all you have to remember, so you have more number of chapters in your paper 1 and less number of chapters in your paper 2. And I said you will be getting 8 questions, right? So these 8 questions will be divided into section A and section B. In section A we have 4 questions, 1, 2, 3, 4. In section B also we have 4 questions, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you have to write 5 questions finally. You have to write answers for 5 questions. So in these 8 questions, 1 question is compulsory and 5th question is compulsory. You have to write these 2 questions for sure. And remaining 3 questions, it is your choice. You can select 2 from here, okay, and you can select 1 from here, or else 1 from here and 2 from here. So it is your choice for remaining 3 questions. But you have to compulsory answer first and as well as 5th. And one more twist here is, they will be giving just keywords in your syllabus here. Just they will give the keywords and it is for 10 marks. That means you will be having 5 keywords in your first question. 5 keywords here and 5 keywords here in this section. So each carries 10 marks. And you have the choice to write other 3 questions from this section and section B. Clear? And that means you should not write all 3 questions here. You have to select in both. Okay, so this is about your paper pattern. So now let us see the syllabus. Okay, see here, online students, any problem? Editing. Okay. So first of all, knowing syllabus is very important because you have to understand before in hand, before going into that topic, like what are the things that will be there in that so and so chapter, so that you will be getting engaged and my classes will be completely interactive. I will be calling the person and I will be asking the question. So why these interactive sessions are important? So as you all know that you have third stage in your examination, that is interview or personality test. There you have to talk. That means if you are a person who is having stage fear, can you talk there? No, right? Can you express your views clearly to the examiner or interviewer? No. That means if you have any fear, this is the right time to come out of that fear. So that exercise we will be doing in this class itself. So how many of you are viewers of my daily current affairs classes? No idea? Okay. So my daily current affairs classes are like interactive only. I will be asking questions and they have to answer. And one more thing here is, whenever I am starting the class, first 10 to 15 minutes, I will be asking questions on the previous class so that you will be getting updated because every class is interconnected. Okay. So here first chapter it is about how humans have been developed, development of humans. So how these humans had been developed, tell me. So who is the ancestor of humans? Monkeys? Exactly. Apes. Apes are the ancestors of humans. So we will be starting our classes from this 1.4, that is human evolution and emergence of man. So actually how these humans got evoluted, that is from apes, right? So what are the changes that led to the development of humans? That is a thing that we will be studying in this entire 1.4. So the first point which gave here is biological and culture factors in human evolution. So here we will be studying about what are the biological factors. So can you tell me, humans evolved from apes. Apes, different stages, finally human being. So from monkeys to evolution to humans, there will be a lot of changes that happen. So those changes are divided into biological changes, that means within the body. And next one is culture changes. So can you guess like what might be the changes that led to evolution? So what might be the changes that happens? Okay, development of brain. Next, guess it, just guess, because we are going to have actual classes later on. So just I want to show the taste of anthropology. What is there in this anthropology? I am asking about what are the changes happen within the body. Yes, food habits. Okay. So what happens earlier during ape, whatever the food which is taken by the apes is completely different with this human beings, right? So now we are having biryanis, now we are having desserts, apricot delight, everything. So those habits are same for these apes? No. So apes used to live on the trees, and they used to eat whatever the fruits or the things that they available on the trees. Is that the human being having the same food like this apes? No. That means there are some enzymes which started developed in this evolution. So do apes talk something, sing something like us? Do they enjoy music like that, like us? No, right? That means there is some changes which happen in our body that led to speech. So one enzyme is FOX1 gene. FOX1 gene, which is developed during this evolution from apes to human beings, this gene is responsible for speech. Okay, and one more thing here is, do apes had dairy products, ice creams, curd, milk? No, but now we are having that, and we are digesting that. Yes, that means in this process of evolution, lactase persistence, which developed in humans, this is helpful for digesting of lactase. Okay, and next one here is, do you remember how this ape's face will be like? We have protrudence, like jaw will be very forward, but in the humans it got backward. That means there are some changes in the jaw and even teeth. So if you imagine monkey, what will get into your mind? Imagine monkey scratching, laughing, and thumbing. Very good. So actually what happens, if you remember the teeth, so teeth of these monkeys are big or small? Big. But humans having the same size of teeth? No. Why? Why we need less size of teeth here, and why they have more size of teeth here? Because of the food habits, right? So in this process of evolution, even teeth size had been decreased and jaw length had been decreased, because now humans, they are focusing on agriculture and they are producing their food and they are using fire for cooking. We don't need that much strong teeth now as compared to that of apes which are present in earlier stages. Clear? So these are some examples of the biological changes that happened in this process of evolution. And now let us see cultural. So in your syllabus they said about biological and cultural factors. Now tell me, what might be the cultural factors? What might be the cultural factors that shaped ape towards human? Traditional? Okay, clothing. Okay, clothing. Next. So why we need clothing, guys? To protect ourselves. Why they didn't protect themselves then? Yes. So during this evolution, there is loss of hair. Why loss of hair? So what is the disadvantage of having hair on the body? Have you seen this I movie? One song. Uh, yes, that song only. So in that song, how human represented with hair? So is that person attractive? Yes? No. So one disadvantage is less attractive. And next, I will come back to this point later. Now tell me another disadvantage of having hair. Parasites, where these head loughs are there in your hair, not on your hand, not on your other parts of the body, right? That means if you're having, it will be attracting lot of parasites. So from this evolution from ape towards humans, there is loss of hair happened, because even one more is for sex selection. So if you want to have your partner, that means you have to be attracted to something. So if that certain person is having full of hair, will you be get attracted? No. So for sex selection, for your mate, for searching of the mate, so this is the one change which happened that led to one social institution called as marriage. Okay, so do they have in these apes or earlier humans? No. So it is present in the modern humans. It is one important reason. And next, why we need clothing? Because of loss of hair, we will be not maintaining the body temperature. So to protect our body, we need to have this clothing. And any other cultural factors? Come on, tell me. You can do it. You have that. It is not a new topic at all. Come on. Clothing. Next, social groups. Yes, why we are forming social groups? So if you see the prehistoric paintings on the walls of caves, what we have? Group of people, they are hunting an animal. Yes, so we need social groups for coordination, for sustenance of life. Okay, and next, anything that you want to add here? Come on, tell me. And even humans, they started art, using of symbols, using of weapons, using of technology. So these all are the culture factors that led to evolution of humans from apes. So that is the thing in your first chapter, that is in 1.4. And see the next topic, what is that? Theories of organic evolution. So in brackets, what they gave? Pre-Darwin, Darwin, and post-Darwin. Okay. This is very important topic actually. In theories, we have 3 types. We will be taking Darwin. So what are the theories which came before Darwin or called as pre-Darwin? After Darwin, post-Darwin. And again we have subtypes here. So in pre-Darwin we have Lamarckism, August Weismann, and third one is Neo-Lamarckism. And post-Darwin we have 2 types, mutation theory and synthetic organic theory. Okay. So here what is Lamarckism? So I think you might have studied in your 10th class, if I'm not wrong. If you are from state syllabus or central syllabus, you will be studying these theories in your science. So do you have any idea regarding Lamarck? Have you heard these names at least? Lamarck, August Weismann, Neo-Lamarckism. So can I give one hint? One scientist, he will cut tail of mice. Every generation they will be developing that tail. So which theory is that? Not Lamarck. Not Lamarck. Online guys, can you tell me? August Weismann. So can you tell me that theory name? Germplasm theory. Can you recall? Is that a new? Okay. So do you know what is this Darwin said? Natural selection. What is that natural selection is about? Survival of the fittest. That means if any organism which is adapted to the living conditions, that will be surviving, or else you will be eliminated. That is called as natural selection theory of Darwin. So August Weismann, he said about this germplasm theory. So what is this germplasm? It is nothing but we have cell. Cell is a structural and functional unit of our body, right? So in these cells, we have two types of cells. Can you tell me types of cells? Anyone from biology background here? Anyone from biology background? At least inter? Two types, what are there? Somatic cells, and next one is germ cells. So according to this germplasm theory, he says that if any change which happens in somatic cell, it will be not passed to next generation. Only if any change in germ cells will happen, that will be seen in next generation. That will be passed to next generation. That is called as this Weismann theory of germplasm. So what this Lamarck said, any idea about Lamarck? Lamarck and neo-Lamarckism. Opposite? Neo means what? Neo, new. So something he said, Lamarck. To that, he adds something new. That is called as neo-Lamarckism. So what Lamarck said? Any idea? Think. Inheritance of acquired characters. Have you heard about this? Inheritance of acquired characters. Inheritance means nothing but we are getting from our parents. So from one generation to another generation, another generation, another generation, if it is passing, that is called as inheritance. So Lamarck said about inheritance of acquired characters. That means if anything is changed, that will be passed on to the next generation. The simple thing which said about this Lamarck is inheritance of acquired characters. And what this neo-Lamarckism said, what is the thing he add here is just environmental factor. Because of climate change or because of environment that we are living, that may also cause change in your genes. Even that genes will be inherited to the next generation. That is the thing he said. Neo-Lamarckism, he added about just environmental factor. And I said about natural selection theory, right? So let us move on to mutation theory. Have you heard this name, Hugo de Vries? Anyone from by PC background in inter? Hugo de Vries. What he found? He found this nucleus. So where is this nucleus located? Inside the cell. Okay. So Hugo de Vries said that if anything which happens inside the genes, then it will be inherited. Okay. And this synthetic theory is combination of these three persons. First one is natural selection by Darwin, and he added mutation theory, and he added Gregor Mendel's theory. So he added one more thing. So who is this Gregor John Mendel? If you are from G +2 from BIPC, you might be knowing about this. No idea? Scientist. He did experiments on peace tree. Peace is nothing but botany. You know this botany? Green color, yellow color botany. So on these plants, he did research. And in that research, he found that only dominant gene will be expressed in the next generation, not all genes. For example, father and mother. So in the father and mother, the next generation will be getting both the things from the father and mother. So in the father and mother, which gene is dominant, that will be seen in the next generation. That is a theory which is given by this Gregor John Mendel. So in this synthetic organic theory, it is a combination of your natural selection theory of Darwin along with this mutation theory of this Hugo de Vries, and he also add about Mendel's theory, that is dominance allele theory. Okay, so this is about your second part, that is theories of organic evolution. And next, what is the C? C is about synthetic theory in detail, and he said about Dahl's rule, Cope's rule, Gauss rule, parallelism, convergence, adaptive radiation, mosaic evolution. So I covered about this synthetic theory now, right? So what is this Dahl's rule? Have you heard about this anywhere? In the evolution, doll, it is not a toy. Dahl's rule, have you heard? At least Cope's rule, Gauss rule. Think. At least tell me something related to that. Dahl's rule says that So do you know about the snakes? How many of you have seen the snakes? Everyone. So do these snakes have legs? Yes, once upon a time they used to have legs, but now they don't have legs. That means this Dawes rule says that during this evolution time, if any property is lost, that cannot be regained in the next generation. Clear? So once upon a time, snakes used to have legs, but now they don't have the legs. That means in the process of evolution, if we lost something, then we cannot gain that back. Okay? And can you tell about something regarding Cope's rule? Cope's. Any idea at least? No one? No idea? Cope's rule? Okay, I will show you one image. So after seeing this image, you will be telling something. Okay, see this image. See what is the size of hearts increasing? So first size is this much only, but if you see last size, it is very huge. So Cope's rule says that during this process of evolution, size of animal is increasing. Okay, for example, horse, for example, giraffe. Okay, so this is about Cope's rule. So can you tell me about Gauss rule? Gauss rule. Gauss rule says that if you are having a limited resource, for example, you can take food or anything. So if there are any two species which are competing for that limited resource, will that species exist in the long run? No. So that is this Gauss rule. Gauss rule says that if in an environment, whenever we are having a limited resources, if two species are fighting for that same or competing for the same resource, then they will extinct. Or this Gauss rule. Okay. So this is about 1.4. Why I'm explaining all this? Because I want to say that most of your questions are static. 90% of your questions are static, and that too repeated. So now let us see. It will not. Okay. Years of previous questions of anthropology. Right till now, biology. So these are the questions that appear in this topic. Let us read the question. Biological and culture with examples. So the same question, can you write just for 200 words now with examples? And next one is, what is homogenization process? Discuss the major trends in human evolution with the help of examples and illustration. So if you are reading this other theories, we can understand about how these humans had been evolved with examples and what are the intermediate stages from apes to Homo erectus. And next one here is, explain the genetic mechanisms of micro and macro evolution. So here we will be writing in detail about Hugo de Vries mutation theory with diagram and example. And next one is, elucidate how Darwin and post-Darwin theories of evolution resulted in development of synthetic theory of evolution. So I said synthetic theory is the combination of three theories. First one is natural selection of Darwin. Next one is mutation theory of Hugo de Vries, and next one is Gregor John Mendel's theory. So here they asked about Darwin theory, how it is Darwin and post-Darwin. Darwin is natural selection, post-Darwin is mutation theory, how it led to development of synthetic theory of evolution. And next one is explain the biological changes that made human beings capable of making cultures. So this topic we will be studying even in the culture topic of second unit. And next one is examine Darwin's theory of evolution, understanding evolution. So same thing that you will be writing about this natural selection theory of Darwin. And next one is biological evolution of early man. So we will be seeing about how this human had been evolved from the different intermediate stages of apes. So till 1997. So most of the questions, they are from the syllabus. And you got certain idea regarding how you have to answer these questions, right? And one more thing I want to show here is even I also made this blueprint topic wise, and from 2013 to 2024 onward till 2024, how many questions they came and how many marker questions. So if you see this, okay, if you see this 1.4, I'm not getting that. Zoom out. Right side here needs a, what is this? Okay. So from 1.4, the till the things we discussed, A, B, C, biological and cultural factors, theories of organic evolution, synthetic theory. So last year, 2024, we got 15 marker question, 2023, we got 20 marker question. So in this way, there is also one advantage of taking anthropology as optional is you can expect which question you will be getting in the next year. There are certain topics. For example, in your paper 2, we have Narmada men, Siva Pithikas and Rama Pithikas. These are the fossil evidences of India. Every year you will be getting one question. So if Shiva Pithikas is had come in this year, that will be not repeating. That means you may get question on other two areas. So in this way also, you can prepare selectively. So this will be the one advantage. Okay, so now let us see another topic. Syllabus. Okay, so what is this 1.5? See in your syllabus. It is about characteristics of primates. So primates are nothing but ape family members comes under this order of primates. So the first topic here is primate adaptations. Adaptation means what? So there are two terms that you have to know for sure. Adaptation. Next word, can anyone guess? Acclimatization. Okay, adaptation and acclimatization. Adaptation is nothing but for the long term. What are the changes that are going to come in your body comes under adaptation. Acclimatization means it is for temporary period. For example, you are living in this state of Telangana. If you're going for a tour to Kashmir, so what will be the temperature? Temperature is that same? No temperature difference. For example, you went for climbing or trekking. What is the altitude? Altitude will be increased. That means height is increasing, right? So do your body function same if you're present in Telangana, if you're present in Kashmir? No. So what might be the changes? In your body. Oxygen level decrease. Next, heartbeat. Heartbeat increase or decrease. So what are the changes that are happening for a temporary period if you're moving to another area called as acclimatization? But we are not at all discussing about this acclimatization because it is just a temporary phenomenon. So we will be focusing on adaptation, which is a permanent phenomenon. Okay, now let us go back here, and today we will be completing till chapter 5 so that you will be having some idea regarding what are the topics that we are going to have in our actual classes. Okay, now tell me what are the adaptations done by these apes? So apes, how they walk? They walk on four legs. That means quadrupedalism. Okay, quadra means four. So they will be walking in four legs called as quadrupedalism. How humans will walk on four legs? Two legs. That is called as bipedalism. So if a monkey has to transform into human, what are the changes happens? I will show you an image. So based on that, you can see. Okay. So see here, this image. Can you see monkey to human? What are the changes? What a huge dramatic change. There are 7 stages. Spine should be changed. Next. So first one is spine. Next. Hair. Okay, hair. Next. Dress. Okay, next. Weapons. What weapons? A businessman. I'm talking about the changes in the body, not about appearance. Okay. Jawline. Okay, you can see how this monkey face like this, but man like this. Next. Okay, neck, forehead. Okay, forehead changes, jaw changes, spine changes. Next. Okay, chin. Okay, facial changes entirely. What about forelimbs, legs, length increased or decreased? Okay. Next, another more changes. What about fingers? Uh, what about changes in the fingers? Nails. So actually there are many bones had been joined here so that feet is giving support for us to walk. That number of joints are not there in this ape because they used to just climb the branches. That is called as branchiization. So there is no branchiization in humans. That is there in apes. And one more thing here is what about pelvis? Because entire weight of our upper part will be there on our pelvis. What about pelvis? This part is the pelvis. Short and strong. Okay, so these are the things that happen in human evolution. They are called as primates adaptations. Okay. And what is the next topic there? Read it out, someone. Okay, taxonomy is nothing but we will be saying like where humans place is there in the scientific naming everything. That will be a small topic. And next one is tertiary and quaternary fossil primates. See this, it is very important. So I think you might be knowing about different periods that you might have studied in your geography. Can anyone tell me different periods? Periods. Tertiary period, quaternary before that. Miocene, Pleistocene, eras. So can you recall that image? Anyone? Yes? Now tell me. If yes, tell me about evolution. So which periods? Elon Musk. Why? Why Elon Musk came here? New generation. Okay. So do you remember this table anywhere? Okay, so we have Jurassic period, Cretaceous period, Tertiary period and Quaternary period. So if you see in your syllabus, they talked about Tertiary and Quaternary. Why they didn't talk about this Cretaceous and Jurassic period? Any idea? Anyone? So what happened during this period? They clearly mentioned in your syllabus. Quaternary and Tertiary only. Why? Okay, what changes? Why only human evolution started in this age? Because climate change. Okay. So go back to your world geography and tell me what changes happened during this period. Just for some fun. Pangea belongs to which theory? CDT, continental drift theory. So continental drift theory which started in this quaternary period, and actually this period, tertiary and quaternary, so it provided good environment for the primates development. So most of the evolution of this apes towards humans happened in these two periods. So because of this, especially your syllabus is asking about tertiary and quaternary primates. Okay, and one more important thing that you have to remember is during this quaternary period, continent drift started. So what is this drift of continent? Moving of what? Moving of continents. Okay, so what are the forces behind that? Let us go for geography. Gravitational force, rotational force. Next. One more force. What is that? Tidal force or pole fleeing force that is responsible for the movement of continents. So whenever continents they started moving, what about these primates? Yes, primates also started moving during this period. So because of this, some fossils were founded in South Asia, some founded in Africa, some founded in America, like that. So here, because of this, you have to know especially which fossils are found in which area. Okay, clear? So this is the reason behind why they asked only quaternary and as well as tertiary primates. Okay, now let us go back to the syllabus. Okay, next. And you will be studying about comparative anatomy of man and apes. As I said, what are the changes which happen, like spinal cord change, pelvic change, foot changes, neck changes, and this jaw changes which happen. And next one is, see this 1.6, phylogenetic status. So here you will be seeing about whatever the fossil mans or the fossil species that we found in different areas. For example, some are seen in Africa. Okay, I want to give you one mnemonic, Pithecanthus. Pithecanthus is nothing but ape. So ape which is found in Australia is called as Australopithecus. So if that same ape fossil is found in Sivalix, what is the name? Sivapithecus. If that fossil is small, what is called? Micropithecus. If that is large, that is called as Zygontopithecus. So like that we have the names. Don't fear with these names. If you know the root word, if you are adding, then you will be getting different names. Okay. And here 1.7 it is about cell, DNA structure, protein synthesis, gene mutation, chromosome and cell division. So what is a cell? Cell is a basic structure of an organism. Okay. So let us go back to the biology for some time. So this is cell. Okay. So cell is covered by membrane called as plasma membrane. And we have different cell organelles. So can anyone tell me different organelles which are present in our cells? Mitochondria, nucleus, ribosomes, Golgi complex, ribosomes, endoplasmic reticulum. So can you tell me two types of endoplasmic reticulum? Rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So why it is rough? It is having ribosomes on this. So because of this, it is called as rough. If endoplasmic reticulum which is not having any ribosomes, it is called as smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So why? Because we have to know these organelles, because everything, your genetic is related with your nucleus. And protein synthesis is related to ribosomes. So first in the cell we will be seeing about what is the basic of cell, different cell organelles, and what is the water which is present in this cell is called as cytoplasm. Okay, so we will be seeing some basics of cell in this part. And next one is DNA. What is DNA? Deoxyribonucleic acid. That means where it is located inside the nucleus. But why we need to bother about this DNA? So genetic material of an organism is present in this DNA. So if there is any genetic change in the process of evolution which happens in this DNA. Okay? And if you are comparing your DNA with your ancestors, so mostly 98% of the DNA is same, but only 2% of changes which made you now. Okay? So that is the thing. And next, what is this protein synthesis? Proteins are important or not? Yes. Why you need proteins? Six packs. Apart from that, only for 6 packs you need proteins? For life?
Repair of muscles.
Okay, repair of muscles, very good. Next. Your muscles is made up of proteins, right? So what is this process of protein synthesis? So which organelles in your cell will be related to that protein synthesis? Any guess? Not mitochondria. Mitochondria is powerhouse. It will be giving you the power in the form of ATPs, not plasma membrane. So ribosomes and DNA, these two are involved in this protein synthesis. So can you tell me what are the process which is involved in this protein synthesis? Have you heard this transcription and translation anywhere? Yes? Okay. So we have two processes in this protein synthesis. First one is transcription and next one is translation. Okay, transcription and translation. So see here, so this transcription which happens inside your nucleus. Inside nucleus, that means DNA is involved. In DNA, certain genes, they are coded for your protein synthesis. So this process of protein synthesis which activates by these genes which are present in your DNA, which are activated through this process of transcription. Once this DNA is getting activated, it will generate mRNA. And this mRNA, it will be going into your cytoplasm. In this cytoplasm only we will be having cell organelles, right? So it will be activating ribosome and ribosome will be making the protein. So this is the process of protein synthesis. And we will be dealing with each and every topic in a very clear. And what is the gene mutation? Sudden abrupt changes in your gene, right? That is called as gene mutation. So what is the chromosome? This is very important concept. Okay, so every cell have 23 pairs of chromosomes. So in this 23 pairs, 22 are somatic and 23rd is your related to gametes, that is egg cell or like sperm. Okay. So tell me what is this chromosome is about. So the shape here is like this. So this is the chromosome. We have 23 pairs of this chromosome in each and every cell. So what is this chromosome, how it is made up of? Any idea, anyone? So we have DNA. We have a cell, inside cell we have nucleus. In this nucleus we will be having these chromosomes. So as I said, DNA, it is a genetic material, right? So this DNA, it is 6 feet long. Single DNA, it is 6 feet long, which will be having coding of your genes in your body. So this 6 feet long, if we have to keep in a single nucleus, so like this we have how many DNAs? We have 46 DNAs. So 46 into 6 feet long, you can see how much lengthy it is. So this have to be placed in this small nucleus. Already cell is a very microscopic organelle. In that cell, nucleus is very small. In that small organelle, we have to place this 6 feet long 46 DNAs. That means it should be placed in a very compact manner, right? So here this DNA, for example, it will be in a coiled format. So whenever DNA it is in a thread format, it is called as chromatin. DNA in a thread form is called as chromatin, and DNA in a coiled format, where we are forming 8 shape. It is called as chromatid. And actually 2 chromatids, they unite and they form this chromosome. And in a cell, we have 23 pairs of chromosomes. That means this 1/8 part is your 1 DNA. That means in a chromosome we have 2 DNAs. That means entire cell you have 23 pairs. That means 23 into 2 DNAs. That means 46 DNAs you will be having in a single cell. Okay, so this is about your DNA, chromatin, chromatid, chromosome and number of DNAs present in your cell. Am I confusing a lot? Yes? Yes? Are you getting confused? No? Is that subject interesting? So I am talking about only biology. So I will be going on to the second chapter, that is your society. So only this first chapter is entirely related to your biology part. Second chapter, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, till your ninth chapter it is your society. And again in the ninth you will be having genetics. That is about entirely your DNA, chromatid, chromosome part only. Okay, let us move on to second chapter. So I want to leave this biology part and now please relax and let us see to this second chapter. Okay, second chapter is about, let's just see this side headings. So in this second chapter we have 5 subtopics: marriage, society, culture, family, kinship. So let us relax for some time by talking this. So first important thing here is marriage. So second chapter is about only 5 important things, which is divided into 5 subparts. First one is marriage. So marriage is nothing but union of 2 opposite gender. So with this marriage what happens? Your family increases or decreases. Now it is your responsible to take care of your spouse family also. That means marriage will lead to extension of your family. Only does it stop with only take caring of family? Family will also have their own relatives. Your mother's brothers, sisters will be doing some function. They will be calling you and they will ask you to, today function you have to attend that. Yes or no? That means this family will lead to extended family. That means you have to take care of your relatives of your spouse family. For example, you have mother-in-law. That mother-in-law have 6 sisters. They will also your mother-in-laws. For example, that mother-in-law is having 4 brothers. That means entirely you have to go to any function from this entire family, right? So with this marriage, what happens? Your relative circle will be also increased, right? So next one is your kinship. Kinship is nothing but your relatives. And group of these people, what they forms? Group of people is called as society. And each and every society, they have their own culture. For example, the food habits of your family may be different of your spouse family. Yes, if you go there, you may not like the food like my husband. Yes, so entirely the culture of you might be different from your spouse. I don't like food from my in-laws, to be frank. That is the reason why I am like this, to be frank. So like that, what happened? Every society, they have their own culture. So if you go back to the syllabus, are the things that I said here. First one is marriage, next is family, relatives, society, culture. Okay, so let us don't see this syllabus what they gave. So just have a normal talk regarding this. So what comes into your mind when I said marriage? Huh? Mental torture? Not that. Apart from that, say something. So what do you remember or recall something marriage? Bojnalu. Apart from that, Bojnalu. Okay, marriage.
And types of marriage we will
Yes, very good. Types of marriage. So can you give me some examples, Rohit? Types of marriage.
marriages we have.
Huh? Arranged marriage, love marriage, eloped marriage, registered marriage. Apart from these marriages, what things that will come into your mind? Yes, inside community, outside community. That is exogamous, endogamous. So you will be coming with this kind of words. Gamy is nothing but marriage. If your marriage within your community, that is called as endo. Endo means inside. So if you're having the marriage within your community, that is called as endo. If you're going for outside your so and so caste, for example like me, that is called as exogamous. Okay. Apart from that, what you will call? Bride, dowry. Very good, dowry. Dowry comes under part of your marriage payments. Okay, so we have two types of marriage payments. One is dowry. Dowry is given for whom and by whom? For boy, girl's parents will give.
No boys are giving.
Kanya Shulka, not dowry. Good point.
Boys are giving, ma'am.
Now boys are giving. What is that called as? Yes, bride wealth. So we have two types of marriage payments. Dowry is given by a girl's family to boy's family. So why dowry should be given? Tell me. Why dowry should be given? Why you will be taking dowry? For what?
Coming and eating everything in my house, ma'am.
Coming and eating everything in your house. Next. Didn't she doing any service like cleaning, changing diaper of your kids? Washing, clothing, everything? You're saying simply she is coming and eating and going. Where she will go? Leaving you. Is it a market to purchase, girl? Maybe. Shameless. Just tell me. So what is this dowry? Why you have to give the dowry for this boy's family?
So that girl can live with respect in it.
Yes, very good. Respect. Next. Next. Yes, financial security for a girl. Next.
My main thing is they always see for government jobs only.
Next. Come on, next. Anything which is related to anthropology, related to society. Yes, advantages of dowry. Social status of women will be increased. For example, in a home, so if there are two daughter-in-laws, so if one daughter-in-law got 10 lakh rupees as dowry, another daughter-in-law got 25 lakh rupees as dowry, who will be getting respect? Daughter-in-law who got 25 lakhs will be obviously getting respect. That means to improve the social status of the girl in the in-laws family. Yes, dowry is important. Next one is actually parents are giving compensation to the men. Okay, compensation to the men in the form of dowry. Because after getting married, if she is getting any ill or if she is getting any disease or anything, who will be taking care of? Obviously, husband need to take care of. It will be not compulsory for the girl's parents to take care of her, right? So for that, boys will be getting dowry. And apart from that, anything? So what are the disadvantages of dowry? Now tell me. Girls, domestic violence is increasing. Next, suicides. Actually, that was question. So why there is increasing of suicides in women in the present society? Because of domestic violence. Okay, now tell me something about this bride wealth. So bride wealth is the concept which is exactly opposite to dowry. Okay, dowry is given by the girl's family to the boy's family. Reverse means boys will be giving money to this girls. Especially this is followed in tribal communities. So in our community we have this bride price. Okay, so tell me what will be the advantage of this bride price? Women empowerment? No diverse, yes. Diverse settlements will be reduced because of this bride price. Next. Next. Negatives. If father is very greedy, because of this bride price, he will be going for child marriages. And one more advantage is female infanticide increases or decreases? Decreases. Okay. So in this way you have to see what is that concept and what is the anthropological connotation from that. Okay, any other things that you will recall from this marriage?
No marriage.
And what about this monogamy, polygyny, polyandry? Monogamy is nothing but Mono means single. Gami means marriage. That means one boy will be having marriage with only one girl. But is that happens in every society? No. Impossible. Okay, can you tell me about this polygyny? Gyne is related to woman. Poly means many, that means many wives. Many wives is called as polygyny. Okay, so tell me in which societies polygyny will happen? So what is the requirement for this polygyny? Whenever females are more, men is less, one man can marry more women. Apart from that, in any agricultural society, agriculture is nothing but a labor intense to work, so they need more hands. So in that societies they will go for polygyny, yes. And any more things that you can? Religion based also, okay, accepted. Next, anything can you connect? Okay, let us go to many husbands. What is a term called as? Many means poly, husbands. What is the word that we will be using for husbands? Not pati. Polyandry, A-N-D-R-Y. Polyandry, that means many husbands. So in which society we can have more husbands? Is that possible in patriarchal society? Male dominant society? In male dominant society, male can have many wives, but female should have only one husband. So in which society this polyandry can be possible? Where there is women dominant society? What is that women dominant society is called as? Matriarchal society. Okay, clear? So there is one community, especially in that tribal community, women are more dominant. In that community, we have this polyandry. So can you tell me what is a term that we can use for many husbands, many wives together? One husband can have two or more wives, and that wives can have two or more husbands. So what is that condition is called as? So you'll be seeing a lot of new things in this anthropology. Polyandry is nothing but having many husbands. I am saying that gynae andry, that condition is called as polygynandry. So polygynandry, in that community where women are allowed to have two or more husbands and wives also have the leverage of having two or more things. Okay, that is called as polygynandry. Okay, so what are the things that that other than this comes into your mind? Huh? Okay, go to your syllabus, open your syllabus. You have to see definition and universality of marriage and laws of marriage. As I said, endogamy, exogamy, hypergamy, one concept I missed. Okay, so what about this intercaste marriage? For example, if a boy is from high caste and girl is from low caste and they went for marriage, marriage symbol is equal to. So when they went for marriage, so which kind of marriage we call it as? Intercaste. Hypogamy, not hypogamy, it is hypergamy. Hypergamy, gamy is nothing but marriage. So hyper means high. There is boy status is high. So boy from the high caste and whenever the girl is from the low caste, we call this kind of marriage called as hypergamy. So if you reverse it, so girl is from high caste and boy is from low caste. What is this? Hypogamy. That means we are taking into consideration male or boy caste. Why? We can take this girl's situation also, right? Girl is coming from the high caste or low caste. Why we are not taking consideration of girl here? Why will be taking only boy? Because of our patriarchal society. So that is the reason. So whatever thing that we will be discussed, where we will be giving more status to boy, because of at present we have to remember that we are in this patriarchal society. So only very few incidents we will be discussing about this matriarchal society. That is very rare. Clear? That is about hypergamy and hypogamy. So incest taboo. What is this word incest taboo? Taboo, I am not talking about heroine. What is incest taboo? Are you getting bored? Are you getting interest? Am I making you bored? Yes or no? How many of you are getting bored? How many of you are enjoying? Okay. So tell me, what is this incest taboo? Monica, are you getting bored? No, ma'am. Okay, tell me, what is this incest taboo? Incest taboo. Yes, restrictions. Taboo is nothing but ban. Ban on incest. Incest is nothing but having sexual relations with a very close family members. For example, father and daughter, mother and son, sister and brother. So between these family groups, there is no sexual relations. That is called as incest taboo. So is it good or bad? Incest taboo is good or bad? Bad? That means, will you are okay with this kind of sexual relations between the close family members? No? So tell me, what is the importance of this? Do we continue? So whether will you accept this, we need incest taboo or not? Yes, you will accept that, yes, we have to restrict or prohibit this kind of sexual relations in a family. So what happens because of this incest taboo? What are the advantages? Okay, no chaos in the family. Next. Next. Yes, we can decrease genetic diseases. Whenever breeding which is happening within the family, there will be high chance of getting genetic disorders. So we can restrict that. Next. Online guys, any doubts so far? Next. What will be the advantage? So if there is any sexual relation between father and daughter, will mother be silent? No. She will always need to guard her daughter like anything. So wherever she go, she have to take her. So if it happens, can we ensure security in the family? So if, for example, if that so and so family is depending on agriculture, that means we need many hands. So will the work can be done without any thought? No, right? That means for the proper functioning of family and to continue this family as a social institution, we need to have this incest taboo. And we can also ensure exogamy. Okay, we can also ensure exogamy because of this incest taboo. And can you tell me next topic? Marriage regulations. How many of you have went to this marriage proposals here, Preetham? No? No? Yes? You said you went to that marriage divorce. Okay, so tell me about this marriage regulations. So here they gave about 3 kinds of marriage regulations: preferential, prescriptive and proscriptive. That means, do you know about this uncle-niece marriage, cross cousin marriages? They are allowed in our families, especially in South India. Yes, right? That means they give certain rules like to whom you can marry. Those are called as prescriptive regulations. Proscriptive means those marriages should not happen. So can you tell me some examples where your family says no strictly, which will be universal? Can you go for same Gotra marriage? The people who are belonging to same Gotra will be brothers and sisters. So if brothers and sisters are allowed to marry, is it right? No. Those kind of regulations are called as proscriptive marriages, where your parents will strictly say no for that kind of marriage. And preferential is if you are taking someone and saying, Mama, I love this person. Sometimes they may accept or not. So that will come under this preferential. Okay, so these are about these things. And can you tell me about what are the functions of marriage? Why we need to go for marriage? Marriage is a function. Apart from that, what are the functions of marriage? Yes, economic dependence, very good. Next. Regeneration, reproduction, childbearing, child rearing. Next. Increasing of population. Next. Family. Okay. So those are the things which are there in your marriage chapter. Is that anything new? I think the terminology that you might not be knowing, but every concept maximum you know that, right? And second is family. Okay. So in family you have to know about different types of family. So here the types of family are blood relation, marriage, residence, succession, perspective of structure. So can you tell me different types of families that you know? Okay. So based on the structure, based on the numbers, we have different types of families. What are they? Nuclear family, subnuclear family, joint family, large family. And next one is based on residence. That means after marriage where you are living. Based on that we have another types of families. For example, if you are living with the girl's family, what is a term that we can use? Based on locality, where you are living, local. That means girls means nothing but mother side, right? Matrilocal. It is called as matrilocal kind of family. After marriage, if you are staying with your like boy's father's family, what is that called as? Boy's father, patrilocal. Okay, there are some communities where after marriage, people will be living with their uncle. Uncle is nothing but mother's brother's residence. It is very rare. That is called as annulo-local. So like that, based on the residence, we have different types of families. And what is the word which is given in your syllabus? Residence? Succession. Okay, succession is nothing but from where you are getting property. Again, from your father's side, patrisuccessional. If it is from mother side, matrisuccessional. And next one is, can you tell me? I am not having this. Yeah, based on authority also there is one kind of family. If mother is powerful, that is called as matriarchal society. If father is powerful, that is called as patriarchal family. Yeah, that's it. Matrilineal. Yeah, so this is about types. Types of family. And next one is very important, impact of urbanization, industrialization and feminist movements on family. Yes, now we are in urbanized era and industrialized era, and even I can say post-industrialized era, especially if you go to some developed countries. So what is the impact of industrialization on family? Do we have joint families now? We have nuclear and subnuclear, very small families. And any other change? Yes, migration. Okay, next. Next, what is this feminism is about? Feminism, is it a negative word? Feminism is a negative word? Then what is the meaning of feminism? Feminist. The person who is fighting for equal rights. Men is equal to women. Whenever we are fighting for equal women rights, a par with this men, that is called as feminism. So because of this industrialization, now there is increased feminist movements. Yes or no? Will you accept? Why? Because of industrialization, what happens even now, women are entering into different economic activities. Even women are driving trains, driving aeroplanes as par with men. So they are fighting for equal rights with men. So you will be studying about what is the impact of urbanization, industrialization on this society, sorry, in this family. And kinship, so very interesting, kinship. Okay, kinship. And one more type of marriage is consensual and non-consensual. For example, if you're having marriage within your blood relations, like if you're marrying your mama, or if you're marrying your cross cousins, atta koduku, like that, that will comes under this consensual marriage. If you're having marriage outside of your blood relation, there is no blood relation with that boy, then that is called as non-consensual marriage. That thing I missed. Next, see this kinship. Kinship is nothing but relatives, right? Okay. So do you know what is descent? Descent. Descent means? Do you know about your Gotra name, everyone? So from where that Gotra name came into existence? Your ancestor. So from that ancestor, your family came. So that is called as descent. Descent is nothing but who is your ancestor is called as descent. So here we have different types of descent: unilineal descent, double descent, bilateral descent, and ambilineal descent. That means in this unilineal descent, you will be getting descent either from your mother or father. If you are getting your descent from father, that is called as patrilineal descent. If you are getting descent from your mother, matrilineal descent. So double descent means nothing but you are getting your descent from both. It is your choice to decide whether you should be like your parent side or which parent side, like father side or mother side. And we have other things like ambilineal and bilateral. And next we have different forms of descent groups. Okay. So we have Gotra. So Gotra is nothing but you will be having a common ancestor. So group of Gotras, they together form lineage. And group of lineage, they form clan. And group of clan, they form moiety. So like that you will be having how your relatives are. Okay, and we will be discussing clearly about what is this Gotra, what is this lineage, what is this clan, what is this moiety, and different types in that. Okay, and next one is kinship terminology. So what is this kinship terminology? Kinship is relatives. What is this terminology? So with which name you are calling, that is called as kinship terminology. And here we are going to see about 6 types of kinship terminology which are present in our world. Okay, so for example, okay, I want to show one example. Okay, let me draw example. So father is married to your mother and you are here. It is your brother, it is your sister. So this is your family, for example. So triangle is for men and circle is for female, and is equal to nothing but it is married symbol, and this line will be the next generation, and who are present in this line will be the same present generation. I think you might have studied this in your CSAT relations, right? Yes. What is this? Your mother's sister and your mother's brother. Okay, they will be also having marriage, right? They will be also having next generation. Okay, from father side also they will be having brothers and sisters. And you have to draw these diagrams. We will be drawing 6 types of diagrams because in kinship terminology we have 6 types of terminology, and every terminology will be getting changed. And they will be also having the next generation. Okay, so here you are here. So what you will call your mother sister? Aunt or Masi? Masi or aunt? So what you call your father's sister? Father's sister, Atta. Okay. What you call your mother's brother? Mama. What you call your father's brother? Pednana or Chinnana. So this is the terminology that we will be using. So we will be seeing 6 types of terminologies where they will be giving this different kind of terminology. Some people they will say that mother's sister is also mother, mother's brother is father, mother's father's brother is father, father's sister is mother. So if you understand this terminology, we can understand whether it is a patriarchal society or matriarchal society. Why this terminology they gave? Because about rules of marriage. For example, if they are matrilineal society or matriarchal society where there is a more powerful woman, that means women side people are more powerful, so that this person should marry only this people, this side people. For example, if it is a patriarchal society, this person has to marry this side of people. So based on this marriage rules and regulations, we have these different types of kinship terminologies. Okay, so we have 6 types. Okay, I will give you one example. Hey, what did I do? Okay, let us see crow system. Hey, crow system. So you will be drawing this kind of diagrams. Okay. Say here your father, your mother, and you are here. So in this system, you will be calling your father's brother as fathers, and you will be calling your father's sister as father's sister only. You will be not giving any name, atta like that. You will be calling ammakka, nanakka, like that. And here, mother's sister is mother, and mother's brother is mother's brother. Like that, we will be having different types of terminologies. It will be interesting. And you have to see in which terminology, which preference they are giving, like whether they are giving preference for the mother side or father side, and we have to link with even marriage. So we have marriage regulations, right? Proscriptive, prescriptive. Again, we will be connecting here. So in which kind of relatives, which kind of marriage relations will happen. Okay, so this is your kinship. And after this, what you have? No, you have this part, society I didn't complete. Okay, what is a society? Society is nothing but group of people. Okay, so why we have to have a society? What is the function of a society? Why we need to have the society? Come on, have you exhausted? Getting more? Tell me why we need to have the society. Unity, next. For economic activities, next. Fraternity or brotherhood, okay, next. So tell me some examples of social groups, how these people they will form. Can you tell me the types of social groups that you might have studied in your governance? Okay. So social groups can be formed through voluntary or involuntary. So voluntary means by their wish and will, they will come and they will form a group. Give examples. Yes, NGO, civil society, pressure groups, these parts that you had completed in your governance, right? And what about involuntarily formed social groups? That means without your will and wish. ఇది గుర్తుందా మీకు కొన్ని షార్ట్స్ రీల్స్లో మళ్ళీ ఈ ఫ్యామిలీలో పుట్టానా, మళ్ళీ పూర్ ఫ్యామిలీలో పుట్టానా? ఈజ్ ఇట్ ఇన్వాలంటరీ ఆర్ వాలంటరీ? సో వితౌట్ యువర్ విష్ అండ్ విల్, your birth will happen. For example, if you are born in Brahmins, can you change your name or your surname? No, right? So that is involuntary. So involuntarily, if you born in that group, you have to continue in that group till your death. So in that way, we have different kinds of social groups. And next here you have social stratification. What is a social stratification? Stratification is nothing but division. So can you tell me examples of social stratification that you know? Caste system? Okay.
Religion.
So can you tell me this Chaturvarna system? Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas and Shudras. Okay, so this is a social stratification example. And can you tell me other examples of social stratification in our society?
Religion.
Okay, religion. Do you know this estate system? Estates, French Revolution. Because of this estates, how many estates we have? 3 estates, clergy, noble and common people. So again that is division. So what about slavery? Slavery is also example of social stratification. Are these the new topics? Somewhere you read, but again you will be revising here with examples. And next, culture. What is this concept of culture? What are the characteristics of culture? And you have to see these two concepts, ethnocentrism and culture relativism. Tell me, what is the meaning of ethnocentrism? Centric.
Tribal society.
Not tribal society. What is culture relativism? Okay. Have you seen this kind of reels? For example, some person who is having his lunch or food while sitting on the floor, someone is coming and don't he have sense? He is not using spoon or he is not sitting on dining table. చూసారా ఎవరైనా ఇలాంటి రీల్స్? డ్రెస్సింగ్ చూసి ఏంటి ఆ డ్రెస్సింగ్ స్టైల్ కనీసం సెన్స్ ఉండదా? అలా ఎందుకు వేసుకున్నారు? దట్ మీన్స్ we are taking our culture as reference and standard and we are judging other cultures. Yes or no? Yes, this concept is called as ethnocentrism. Clear? Very basic examples I am saying so that you can understand the concept. Ethnocentrism is we are keeping our culture as standard and we are in our culture and we are judging other people's culture. So if you are in your culture and if you are judging other people's culture, will you accept other people's culture? No? Yes? No. So is that correct if they follow in this anthropology? For example, if you are an anthropologist, you are studying, for example, so and so tribal people who are present in like so and so hilly region. So if you are keeping your culture in mind and if you are trying to analyzing those people's culture, always these tribal people will be primitive societies. Do they have food in this silver plates or like porcelain plates? No. Do they have biryanis like you? No. Do they live or do they sleep in this costly bed cots? No. Then what is the thing that we have to follow? Can we follow ethnocentrism in this anthropological studies? Can we follow? No. Then exactly opposite to this centrism we have cultural relativism. Cultural relativism is nothing but we are keeping our culture aside and we are trying to understand those culture of other peoples. Okay, so this is the methodology which will be used by anthropologists to do field work. Okay, I want to show one thing which is very interesting. Okay, can you see the images? Yeah, see this image. What is she? Dead body. So actually there is one tribe called as Toraja dead tribe. So those people, they will not throw the dead bodies. They will keep inside their home and whenever they want, they will clean them, they will dress up them and also they will offer the food for them and even they will keep them in the meetings and they will worship them. So if you are keeping your culture, like for example, if you are belonging to a culture where after death we will be doing some death rituals, So what are the death rituals? For example, you are going for burning of that or like keeping inside the soil. If you are going to that place for studying of these tribes, what you feel? Will you study? Will you study? So for that we need cultural relativism. And see here how they are dressing the dead body. See here. And one more important thing in this community is, okay, so these are the houses of that community. Can you see here these houses? And you can see, I can't see that. And even every year they will do very costly rituals for these people. No, it is not coming. In Indonesia, we have this buffalo sacrifice. They will sacrifice very strong, very sturdy buffalo, and the buffalo is very costly there. And after once they will give the buffalo sacrifice, they will keep that horns before their houses. These are their houses. So before their houses, they will keep those horns. That horns will show the pride of that house. Pride. So how many buffaloes horns are there in front of their home will show their pride. Okay, so for this all kind of studies, we need to have this cultural relativism. They'll use injections and they'll use some organic powders to store this. No, they won't get. They will be cleaning every day. See how they are. And even there is one place or a cave, exactly there is one cave. In that cave, they have earlier ancestors of that entire community. There is also one place, only the richest people, they will keep the dead bodies in that place. Normal people, they will be storing in their home itself. And even they will call this dead body as sick person. They should not address them as a dead body even. Sick person. Okay? You will be getting this kind of case studies a lot in this course. Okay, next topic.
Religion.
Not religion. Okay, culture. So let us see the questions from this second chapter, like where exactly they asked, so that you will be getting some idea. Okay? The second chapter. See how many questions they asked in this area. Okay, second one is 2.1, it is about culture, right? So they asked about what is a culture. You can write what are the characteristics of culture, functions of culture, different types of culture there, just for 10 marks. And next one is examine about conceptualization of global culture economy. We will be discussing that in the class. And next one is you will be getting questions regarding ethnocentrism and culture relativism. What is this? You have to give the examples. And next one is culture relativism again. Culture relativism, culture relativism, culture relativism. Okay. So most of the times this topic is repeated. Okay. Next one is society. So in the society they asked about concept of social stratification. Why it is linked to social inequality. It is a concept that you will be reading in your governance apart from this anthropology. And next one is R.C. Brown, ideas on status and role of this society. So we will be discussing that. And next one is about different types of social stratification with examples. You can write about this Varna system, you can write about this estate system. And next one is about concept of this society with relevance to the contemporary thing. And next they asked about social stratification. Okay, so most of the times this topic is asked, so you have to focus on that. Okay, so in this way the questions will be based on your syllabus only. And in the marriage, they asked about marriage regulations. So just now I said about prescriptive, proscriptive and prescribed regulations. And next one is marriage regulations again, and the ways of acquiring mate. It is nothing but types of marriages. And next one is different forms of preferential marriages, nothing but marriage regulations again. We define marriage and discuss different types of marriages. And next one is live-in relationship within institution of marriage. Because of industrialization, as I said, there is lot of change that we see in marriage. One change is live-in relationship had been increased. Again the question came. And next one is, how does taboo serve as a means of social control? It is about incest taboo. And next one is incest taboo directly came. Okay, and next one is ways of getting made. Nothing but different types of marriages. Matrilineal society, we will be discussing that. Okay, again most of the questions are from your syllabus only. There is nothing outside of your syllabus. Okay, and next is 2.4, that is family. They asked this question 2024, define urbanization, discuss impact on family in India. What is the impact of industrialization with examples? Again you can write 4 to 5 examples with what changes happened. And next one is, you have there is question regarding household domestic group, which is directly given in your syllabus itself. And next one is classification of family, different types of family. And next one is impact of feminist movement on universality of marriage and family structure. So there is increasing of divorce rate because of women empowerment. So that is the thing that you can write here. And next one is impact of urbanization and feminist movements on family in India. Universality of family, impact of urbanization, feminist movement, how many times it had been repeated? 1, 2, 3, 4 times from 2013. So in this way, most of the questions will be get repeated in your anthropology. So if you are preparing this previous questions, then your task is done mostly. But understanding this concept is important, and you have to write in a very structured format, including diagrams and as well as examples and case studies. This is the must. Okay, and next 2.5, that is kinship. Discuss Kroeber contribution to kinship studies. It is about one author, we will be discussing that. And next one is rules of descent, matrilineal society, examples, descent groups. Okay, so the same thing, kinship terms, kinship terminology, bilateral and bilineal descent, lineage and clan. So all these things we discussed, right? So again, the same areas the question had been asked. Okay, so let us go back. Are you getting bored? Economic organization. So only just 4 lines in your syllabus. What is economy deals with? Economy deals with production, consumption and distribution of goods and services. Okay, so can you tell me, or can you guess any economic organization that was there during this early man period? So do they produce goods? No. So how they sustained? Hunting and gathering. So hunting and gathering, is it works every time? Okay, so I will tell some interesting things. So early man used to have hunting and gathering for sustenance of their life. Hunting means nothing but killing, chasing and killing of animal and bring back that animal to the home. So gathering means what they used to gather? Fruits, vegetables they used to gather. So who will do hunting? Men. Who will do gathering? Women. Okay, woman is good in gathering and men is good in hunting. That means there is a division of labor between this men and women at that time. Yes, right? Okay. So because of men, from era onwards, he is good at hunting. That means he know routes very well. So in which route they have to go, in which area animals will available, like that, they used to have idea. So gathering means nothing but women, they will be staying in home and they will be searching for only gathering of fruits and vegetables. So because of that, women are very good at colors. So normally green color represents unripe, yellow color, orange color represent ripe. So because of this, males are very, very poor in identifying colors. Will they accept? Yes or no? And women, especially me, I don't remember the route. Even if I go in that route for 10 or 15 times also, I will remember. I don't even remember that. Always I will get scoldings only regarding these routes. Okay, so historically, men are good at GPS routes and women are good at colors because of the work which had been divided from ages. Okay, so is that every time success? Hunting, gathering, do we get fruits and vegetables in every seasons? So we will be having seasonal fruits. Then what to do? So women, after bringing that fruits and vegetables, they will be getting seeds. So they used to throw. So that they started horticulture. They started growing of plants. Okay, first from this hunting and gathering, they started growing of plants. And later on, these men also realized that I will not get every time the food. Every time I go for hunting, sometimes I may get, sometimes I may not get. So later on, he started domestication of animals. That is called as pastoralism. Okay, so this hunting and gathering is entirely nomadic. They have to move from one place to another place in search of food. So this pastoralism and horticulture is semi-nomadic. That means some time they will produce fruits and vegetables in their area. So at that time there is no need of women to go outside for gather. So only in the lean season where there is no produce, she has to go outside for collect something. So in the same way, men also have to go outside, not for hunting now. They have to go for rearing now. So they have to search the patches of grass where they present so that they have to feed the animals. So after that, slowly they went for shifting cultivation and they started full-fledged agriculture. After this agriculture, industrialization. And next, now we are in era of post-industrialization. So this is the economic organization evolution along with the evolution of humans. Clear? So these are the things that you study. So what is there in your syllabus? Okay, so meaning and scope and relevance of economic anthropology. And you have to see the principles of governing production, distribution, exchange. Okay, so in these principles, they gave 3 types of principles: reciprocity, redistribution, and market. So what is the meaning of reciprocity? Give and take. Can I tell this is an example of barter system? So what is a barter system? They will be giving some goods and return they will be expecting something. Okay. So I will write first one, that is reciprocity. So is reciprocity always satisfying? For example, I have 1 kg of gold. I want to exchange it for 1 kg of rice. Will I satisfy? No. Then what is the condition? Then what happens? Next time also I have to give 1 kg of gold. In return, I have to take 1 kg of rice. Then? Okay. So can you tell me what happens? Will I get satisfied? No. So because of that, finally market economy came into existence. What is this market economy? So we have to purchase goods and service in the market. In exchange, we have to give money so that everyone will get satisfied. So in this way, we have 3 types of production, distribution, exchange. First one is reciprocity, second one is redistribution and market. So between these two, we have redistribution. So can you expect what happened in this redistribution? Redistribution of wealth, which is a part of DPSP. Redistribution, how it happens? By? Tell me. Who will distribute? Who will take the responsibility? Government. So what happens in this primitive societies? Do they have government? Then how? Yes, we will be having the chief, important person. So that person will be taking care of collecting the things and he will be distributing the things to the other people. So in the redistribution, we have heads. For example, chiefdom. So we will be having different persons in the different communities who will be taking care of this responsibility of production, distribution and consumption. Okay. So first one is reciprocity. In this reciprocity we have two types. But first one is generosity. Generosity means we are satisfied for what we got. For example, exchange of 1 kg of wheat with 1 kg of rice. This is satisfied. That is called as generalized. And next type is negative. Negative means nothing but we are getting less. Okay, our expectations is not met. That is called as negative. Redistribution is nothing but we will be having a head of that so and so community, and he will be taking care of production, consumption and redistribution. For example, chiefdom. And now at present we are in very high advanced economic organization, that is market economy. Whatever things we want, we are going to market and we are buying the things by giving money. Okay, so this is the thing. And can you tell me the next concept? No, there is something. Okay, I discussed about this hunting, gathering, fishing, pastoralism, horticulture, agriculture, globalization, right? So that is about your economic organization. Is there anything new? Is there anything new? Is that interesting to know about how the primitive societies used to maintain economic organization? Are you getting interest or not? Is this anthropology interesting? Will you accept it or not? No? Okay, see this. Political organization. What is this political organization? So organization is nothing but group. So what is this political deals with? Power and authority, right? So how this group of people used to maintain the power? Here you can see band, tribe, chiefdom, kingdom and state. So these are the examples of organization which we have present. So if you see this band, especially in very primitive society where the group is very small, they will be deciding one member as head and entire the power will be given to that person. That is band. So band, if it is a big community, it is called as tribe, and if it is more big, chiefdom. And this one is kingdom, which came in evolved societies. After that, at present, we are electing a person, we are establishing democracy, that is called as state. And again, we can divide them into two types: uncentralized or decentralized. Next one is centralized. What is the meaning of centralized? The power which is present in a single person. So this kind of centralized political organization used to present in very primitive societies. Now will you accept if the power is present in a single person? Why can't I? You will be raising this question, right? So now what are the organizations that we have in the developed societies? Mostly decentralized. So whatever the things that we studied like band, chiefdom, tribe, they are centralized. Especially they will be present in the tribal societies or very primitive societies. State is present in the present society where we have developed society. Okay. And any other keyword which is there? Next, social control. What is a social control? So I discussed about this political organization, and these are the examples of this political organization, and we have this concept of social control. What is this social control? Okay, by using laws. Okay, reduce the crime rate. I want exact word. So we have to control the behavior of the people in that group. So how? Through the social control. In the social control, we have two types. First one is through laws. Second one is through regulations. Okay, through some limits of the culture. So through that means we are controlling the people behavior in the society. Okay. Okay, so here in the social control we have three types. First one is formal social control, second one is informal social control, and last one is awards and rewards, that is penalty. So formal means we have codified laws. For example, now we have different laws to control child labor, to control human trafficking, to control sexual abuse on children. Like that, whatever the laws or acts we have, that comes under formal social control instruments. And if we are not having that kind of codified laws, but culture says something. For example, so and so society have their own rules and regulation, own rituals, own procedures. They are called as informal things. Penalty means nothing but we are giving awards and rewards. If they are doing according to the norms of society, he will be getting awards. If he is doing something against, there will be punishment. You know, punishments in this tribal society very harsh if there is no social control. Okay, that thing we will be seeing like case studies, how the punishments will be there in different tribal societies. I will be showing videos and as well as images. So this is entirely about your political organization. Clear? Anything more? And I think you are very new to this band, tribe, chiefdom and kingdom. You will be knowing about the state from your polity, like how we are electing our president or how we are electing our chief minister, how our governance system is going on, three-tier government system. That comes under entire the states. Okay, so you have to know about the social control and law and justice in simple societies. And this one is religion. Yes, tell me. This will be very interesting. What comes into your mind if I say this word religion? BJP. Apart from this, I don't want to talk about any politics here. I don't want to waste your time. Next. Religion, what that comes into your mind? Okay, what is religion? Belief in supernatural power is called as religion. Okay, so other than this? Okay, ancestors. Someone will be doing prayers to your ancestors. Okay, next? Huh? Poly? Holy books. Okay, very good. Next? Okay, to connect people, we will be using religions as a weapon. Okay, next. So, which is your favorite god? I am asking about God. Who is your favorite god? Nadisha? Favorite god? Everyone. That means you will be worshipping many gods. This is called as polytheism. Polytheism is a concept where you will be worshipping more number of gods. If you worship one god, what is the terminology? Monotheism. So in this way, we will be also memorizing the terminologies of anthropology every day. So first 15 minutes will be your revision on this keywords. And one more thing is, after enrolling into this course, we are going to create one WhatsApp group. In that WhatsApp group, I will be sharing you the keywords, meaning and examples and related case studies, so that everything will be covered there for sure. Every day I will be sharing at least 5 to 10 keywords in your syllabus, because most of the questions are there in the keywords. So that in introduction at least you have to write what is the meaning of that keyword and related example or case study, so that you will be getting the good marks in your exam. Okay, so that thing I will be doing. Okay, next tell me, if you are worshipping God in a form of animal, for example Lakshmi Narasimha Swami, you will be having Matsya avatar. So what is that worship is called as? You will be worshipping God in the form of animal. Not animism, zoomorphism. Zoomorphism is called as worshipping of God in animal form. If you are worshipping God in human form, is called as humans in human form. Animism. Not animism. Study of humans is called as anthropology. Now tell me, if you are worshipping God in human form? Anthropomorphism. So if you are worshipping one God, monotheism. If you are worshipping many gods, polytheism. Is it easy? Polytheism, monotheism, anthropomorphism, zoomorphism. So here there is also one concept. So you are emotionally very much attached to a plant or any, and you started worshipping that. Can I give examples? Tulsi plant, for example, cow or sheep. What is that concept is called as? In your syllabus you have this word, see, fetishism. Fetishism is nothing but you are worshipping a plant or an animal which you are emotionally connected. That is called as fetishism. And there is one more word, totemism. It is very much similar to this, but you are worshipping them as your ancestor. Nagvansh. If you are belonging to this Nagvansh, the snake is your ancestor. If you are from Tiger Vansh or Lion Vansh, actually there are some tribal groups, he belongs to this tiger ancestor or lion ancestor. They believe like that because those people, they live in tribes in this forest, right? So in the forest, they will be believing that so and so animal as their ancestor. If they are worshipping any animal or any plant as their ancestor, that concept is called as totemism. Okay, totemism. So these are the concepts. And religion, so if you want to do any puja or anything, do we do without priest? No. Okay, so in that priest also we have different people here. See, priest, shaman, medicine man, sorcerer and witch. Very much interested about this witch, right? What is this witch? Om being bush. Witch, what they will do? Lemon. Okay, so we will be seeing about all these important functionaries in this religion. Without priest, we can't. Actually, the priest got importance during which period? In our later Vedic period, right? Okay, and actually, shaman is a person who is not only priest, he is a medicine man also. So, if any people from that society getting any disease, they will be going to this person only. And do you remember or recall, if you are from village community, if you are getting motions or stomach pain, where you will go? Chakra mantram, like lemon mantra. So these are the people who will be doing that kind of things. Okay, shaman, sorcerer and witch. These are very three important concepts and interesting, where we will be also watching videos, like how they will do. One video. And next is here sacred and profane. So what are these words? Sacred? Sacred means extraordinary, very important. So can you give me examples of sacred? What are the sacred things in the religion? Okay, books. Next, holy books. Deities. Next. Do you go to your puja room without having bath? Yes, ma'am. Without having bath, you will go to temple. Oh. If that pujari knows, he will beat you only. Next, any other examples of sacred things for you related to religion? Don't you offer puja in your homes? Prasadam. Next, any sacred things? So exactly opposite to sacred, we have profane. Profane is nothing but that is not much important, daily things or daily routine. For example, go to the office, coming back to the home, eating, having bath. Yeah? Okay, we are not going temples. Okay. So actually here you have to see impact of profane on sacred and sacred impact on profane. For example, if there is any festival, for example, Diwali or anything, so you will be getting holiday. So because of that holiday, is there any change in your profane daily life activities? What the change you will see? Okay, new dresses. When will you wake up? Early or late? You will be getting holiday. You will be getting up at 11 or 12. Okay, so because of profane, is there any change on sacred? So because of development of science and technology in your everyday life, so sacred got its importance decreased or increased? Importance decreases obviously because of scientific things. You will be not believing God. Where is God? The question comes. So if something is happening like Hathras stampede or disasters, where is the God? So here these two are interconnected concepts. So profane will be having impact on sacred and sacred will be having impact on profane, and this is very important topic. And see here, religion, magic and science. So can anyone distinguish or can anyone tell me difference between these three words? Religion, magic and science. Okay, religion, magic, and science. So what is the difference? Okay, science is proved, it is evidence based. Okay, next. So what is magic? Baba. So what Baba will do? Lemon cut blood will come. Okay, so tell me what is religion? Religion is your belief. Okay, what is your belief? Religion is belief in your supernatural power. What is magic? Magic is nothing but controlling of supernatural powers. Yes or no? Panchabhutalu. What are that Panchabhutalu? Air, water, fire, air, land, earth, sky. So, have you seen this movie? What is that movie? Damarukam. So, in that movie, what they'll show? What shall do? Controlling of these supernatural powers, right? So, magic is about controlling of supernatural powers. What is science? What is science? Science is about? We will be not following or believing any supernatural power here. We will be following only 4 forces. So can you tell me what are those 4 forces? Gravitational force, electromagnetic force, weak nuclear force and strong nuclear force. It is entirely based on evidence. So this is the difference between magic, science and religion. Okay, are there any topics left? I think I covered most of them. Okay, so let us see the PYQs. This topic. Wait time. Okay, see this third chapter, it is about economic organization. Yes, here there is one example of the case study. It is about Kula ring. Kula ring, it is about reciprocity. I said the concept of reciprocity, right? That means give and exchange. So in that give and exchange, we have a case study called as Kula ring. So what happens in this is they belongs to island where they will swim like hundreds of miles every day, and they will pearls and as well as seashells, etc. And after bringing them, they will make ornaments. Example like armlets and handlets and necklaces. So I will show that. Even for that exchange, they put their life into risk. Kula ring. So see how they are making instruments with this seashells. So they belongs to the Stobriand Islands. Okay, so like this, they will make necklaces, and these are those tribal people who will swim. They don't have any other equipments to swim like what we have now. And they will make this kind of necklaces and they will exchange them for the food. Okay, so this is one important case study. On this case study, there was a question. So you can see how they are making. See, can you see? So this is Kula ring exchange. It is part of the reciprocity. That was the question. And next one is impact of globalization on economic systems. This is general studies question. And next one is formalist and substantivist approach, which is directly in your syllabus. And next one is Kula ring. And next one is modes of subsistence. It is about hunting, gathering, pastoralism, agriculture, horticulture, everything. And next one is pastoralism in India. And next one is what are the characteristics of hunting and gathering economy. You have to write about hunting, gathering, women role, male role, and examples. And next one is they talked about various exchange system. We have 3 types of systems, as I said. Like we have marketization, we have headmen, like that. You have to write 3. And next one is discuss the principles of governing production, distribution, exchange in simple societies. In simple societies, you have to write about hunting and gathering, pastoralism, and as well as horticulture. So till agriculture, you have to write there with examples. And again, formalist and substantivist. And next one is impact of globalization on tribal economy. So again, the question had been repeated. Okay, so that is the thing from 2013 onwards. Same topics, there is no out of question itself. And see, this is the 4th chapter. It is about political organization. So they are asking about different forms of organization. For example, band, tribe, chiefdom, kingdom, state. You have to write 5 with examples. And next one is mechanism of social control. I said about formal, informal, and rewards. And next one is, do political organizations of simple societies establish power, authority, and legitimacy? So we will be having some type of discussion like whether these are good or bad. Actually, we didn't have discussion today because it is just an introduction class. And next one is, how is the construction of power is linked with this consumption and its impact on distributive justice. It is a combination question of economic organization, political organization. And next one is, what about this law function in tribal society? In social control, I said about formal and informal. Formal is nothing but laws. So what are the laws and regulations are there in the tribal society? And you have to give the examples. We will be discussing in our class. And next one is main characteristics, features of band. It is the first type of political organization. And next one is social control. Again, repeated question. Okay, law and justice, band, chiefdom, social control, evolution of political system. So most of these are from your syllabus itself. Okay, next one is religion. It is about talisman myth of Asdrubal. Actually, it is related to your witch. Okay, and next one, it is about what this Clifford Geertz said about religion, and it is about anthropological and psychological approaches. Actually, you will be studying about this Clifford Geertz in your theories chapter, in your 6th chapter. So this person belongs to symbolic things. So actually, why they gave here in religion? Because in religion also we have different symbols, right? So what are the symbols that you came across regarding religion? Cross. Okay, for Islam, yeah, for Hindus, swastik. So like that, how the symbols are there in religion. So this is about this topic and question. And next one is shaman, sorcerer and medicine man, direct 10 marker question. And next one is, yes, I missed this concept. So we have different types of religion. Like earlier, people used to worship their souls. Animism. Animism is nothing but which is moving. So in many movies, soul is represented as it is moving on this floor, on this roof, or it is moving behind the door, or it is coming from the door. Have you seen this Arundhati movie? In that movie, soul is moving on the surface, on the roof, and it is suddenly appearing from the door. That means soul is having the movement. That is the thing which we believed. So this concept of worshipping of soul is called as animism. And we have another concept called as animatism. Animatism is worshipping of supernatural powers. Okay, like that we have different concept. It is about animism, where the worshipping of souls happens. Okay, and animism, animatism, fetishism, and naturalism. Naturalism is nothing but we are worshipping to the nature. And next one is totemism. Totemism is nothing but we are worshipping plant or animal as our ancestor. So these are the 5 important things. There I missed animism. Animism is worshipping of souls. And next one is approaches regarding religion. It is about Clifford Geertz again. And next one is differentiate between science and magic, and short notes on totemism. Anthropological approaches, sacred and profane, totemism, religion, magic and science. Anthropological approaches to study religion. Anthropologists define religion. Okay, same thing. So, do any questions came out of the syllabus? Till now we discussed about 1.4 to 5 chapters in your paper 1. So, So is there any question which is from the recent past, from 2000, is there any question out of your syllabus? I said about the concepts and I just gave a brief idea like what we are going to see in that chapter, and I also showed you the previous questions. And now the course will be like every day you will be having 2.5 hours to 3 hours of class, so that I can complete within 3 months of time. And in my class, I will be not wasting a single minute of yours, because I know time is very precious. I will be not cracking any jokes. Just I will be making some interactive sessions so that you will be not getting bored. So whenever you are making interactions, your concept, whether it is right or wrong, you will be talking, so that there will be no stage fear. You will be losing this, and even you will be getting confirmation like whether your thought is right or wrong. And if you have doubts, I will be clearing your doubts. And every day there will be answer writing practice. So what are the topics I am discussing in the class? In that WhatsApp group, I will be sharing you one question, and you have to write and you have to get evaluated. And on every Sunday there is no class, only test of whatever the topics that we had in that week. So that we will be having daily practice and weekly practice, and every day when I am starting my class, first 10 to 15 minutes will be the revision of previous class, so that every topic is interconnected. Even economic organization is connected with the political organization, religion, that you saw here, right? So there is a need of recap of every class. For that I will be taking 10 to 15 minutes of time. And after every chapter is done, we will be seeing the previous questions. And randomly I may also ask to write something regarding that topic. You have to write. You have to be very much attentive in this class. I don't know when I will be asking question. That happens with my current affairs class. Especially students of ethics and also current affairs, they know well about me. Okay, so that is the thing. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me now. Online guys, any doubts so far? Are you getting bored? Tell me guys, are you getting bored or not? No? Is that anthropology interesting? Okay. Mother, Arvind, ma'am, sound issue. Alimony, okay. Honor killing, incest taboo, barter system. Online guys, if you have any doubts, please ask me the doubts. So offline guys, any doubts so far? Yes or no? If you have doubts, and if you want to continue with this anthropology or not, please let me know. Anthropology is very interesting, and if you learn once, you will be not forgetting as well. So if you are facing any difficulty, just sit and just read and revise, that's it. And even you will be getting online access also. So if in case, if you can't come on that day, you can watch live there. And even you will be getting the recorded classes that will be having validity of 1 year. Okay? Any doubts? Yeah?
The difference between ethnocentrism and ethnography.
Ethnography is different from ethnocentrism. Ethnocentrism is nothing but you will be keeping your culture as standard and you will be judging others. Ethnography is the concept which is used by anthropologists or other armchair anthropologists while thinking about other cultures. It will be a lot of difference. Next, any more doubts so far? Yes, notes is more than enough, and I will give you the book list in tomorrow's class. Only 5 books for, yeah. Yeah, tomorrow I will be saying like what exactly you will be having, how many chapters of biological anthropology, how many chapters of social anthropology, how many chapters of archaeology, and which books you have to refer. And I will be giving you the notes in the form of PDF soft copy now, and after the end of this course, you will be getting, by the end of this course, you will be getting the printing material. Okay, so you can rely on my notes. And even in future, if there is any current affairs also, I will be posting in that group. Okay. Any more doubts so far? Me also. And online students who want to join this course, please text me on the number. I think many of you have my number, I guess. So please text on this number online guys if you want to opt for this anthropology optional. Hi Lavanya. So that group will be given only for the students who enrolled for this anthropology, not for all. Any doubts? No? So if you have doubts, you can stay here. If you don't have any doubts, you can leave. And that's all for today. And tomorrow and after tomorrow is also demo classes. And in this demo, I will be completing entire syllabus overview and I will be giving you the book list. So that before starting actual classes, you will be having an idea like what we are going to see in that chapter. And you have to by heart the syllabus for sure. Okay? Yeah. Online guys, any doubts so far? Can you please add me?